Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to my channel Server Gyan. My name is Dr. Lokendra Singh, and today we are going to discuss about very important and critical thing which usually people love to ask during interview. And the topic is, how do we identify internet and net gateways? Moreover, what subnets are public and what subnets are private? So first of all, let me tell you that what do we do whenever we need to create one subnet. So we have to decide a CIDR value. It means classless interdomain routing value. So in this case, we have opted 10.0.0.0/16. This is the maximum value which we can take on the top of AWS. AWS does not allow a greater value than this. So this is icon of VPC. So how do we create internet gateway and what should be the sequence of creating component inside a VPC? Okay, let us go here. So this should be the sequence. First of all, you will create VPC. Then after you will create subnets out of that CIDR block. Then after you will create route tables. Then after you will create gateway, and accordingly you will associate them. Okay. Now, first of all, we will create this VPC. Then after we will create these subnets. Then after we will create these route tables. Then after we will create these gateways. So how do we decide that what particular subnet is public, what particular gateway is private? So when we are talking public, so it means that if someone is sitting over internet here, so from internet person should be able to reach out to the resource whatever are created here within this particular subnet. Maybe it could be EC2 machine, it could be load balancer and others. Fine. Okay, when we are talking net gateway, so net gateway is used only to provide internet access to these resources which are created within these subnets. These subnets are known as private. Reason being, when we are talking to private subnets, so these private subnets can access internet, but no one from internet can access these instances directly. We have to have some other mechanism like load balancer and other things to make these accessible for users. Users directly do not access these servers. These have to be within private zone, and no one can access it from internet. Let me repeat it again. So let us go and create a VPC first. First of all, I'm going to create a VPC here. I'm going to give it a name, maybe demo VPC. Demo VPC. Let me decide a subnet range, CIDR value 10.0.0.0/16. Tenancy I'm going to keep it as default, as I cannot change it later on. So I'll create this VPC. As soon as I create this VPC, so couple of things are created alongside with this. What are the things which are created? So if I go to my VPC dashboard now, so I will be able to see that 2 VPCs are there, 3 subnets are there. It means subnets are not created. 2 NACLs are there. It means one network ACL is created for me. Then after, one route table is also created. So if I go to my VPC, so I can see that 2 VPCs are created here. First of all is my VPC, and second one is default VPC, which is created by default. Let me name it default. Okay, so now what I need to do here is I need to create subnets. So where will I create subnet? So as I have defined already that these are the subnet which I'm going to create, you can pick your own. It could be like 11.0, it could be 111.0, it could be 222.0. So whatever subnets you want, you can have. Okay, so I'll create some subnets here. First of all, I'll name it like subnet 1, and I'll create this within demo VPC. Why it is so? Because I want to demonstrate that the VPC which I'm creating, so obviously these are going to be part of that 10.0.1.0/24. Let me copy this value, as I'll have to create couple of more subnets. 10.0.1.0/24. Second subnet will be 2.0/24, and so on and so forth. We will create 3 subnets here. So second subnet is going to be subnet 2. Subnet 2 VPC, I will select my VPC, whatever I have created. Availability zone, I can opt anyone. Then after, I'll have to choose here 10.0.2.0/24, and subnet 3 will be 3.0/24. So I'll tell you that what we are trying to achieve here is subnet 3. So within my previous videos, whatever I have created when I was explaining VPC, so I did not opt, like I opted as public and private subnet, but over here today we are going to just select here 1.0, 2.0 and subnet 123. Why it is so? Because that should not create a confusion. So today we are trying to learn that how to identify what subnet is public and what subnet is private. There can be a situation that you may ask that what subnet is private. For example, one already up and running VPC is there and someone is going to ask, okay, tell me that 10.0.3.0/24 is a subnet, whether it is public or it is private. Fine. Or like if you join an organization and your manager, your team lead is going to ask you, okay, create one EC2 machine within private subnet. So if you cannot identify what is private subnet, so you shall not be able to create it. You will opt randomly. So that is why we are going to understand that how does it work. So first of all, what we have done so far is we have created VPC and we have created 3 subnets. Now what I will do here is I will create a route table. So as we already know that whenever we create a VPC, so one route table is created along with that. Demo, I will name it as RT1, route table 1. I will create one. Okay, let me check here that what are the routes associated. So there is only one route. What are the subnets associated here? So let me show you that. So 3 subnets are there, but no one is explicitly associated. So what I will do here is I will associate one subnet here, which is 1.0. Why it is so? Because I want that 1.0 should be in public subnet. Internet gateway means public subnet. Internet gateway will provide this particular subnet public connectivity. Fine. So I have associated directly. Then after I will create one more route table, my demo RT2, demo route table 2, and I will have to opt that what VPC I'm going to create this route table for. So yes, I have done that as well. So now what I will do, I will associate remaining 2 subnets here. I'll go to subnet association and I will select 3.0 and 2.0. Over here, as this is 3.0 and this is 2.0, 1.0 is already associated. As long as I do not associate these subnets with explicitly with any route table, so by default these use main route table, and main route table is what? The route table which is created at the time of VPC creation. Okay, let us save it. Fine, so these are associated here. Let us check the route. So there is only one route added, no other route is available here as of now. So let us create one internet gateway. So see the sequence. First of all, VPC we will create, then after subnet, then after route tables. We will associate these subnets with these route tables. Then after we will create these gateway, then after we will associate them. So that should be sequential. Okay, so let me create one internet gateway. So I'll name it at my IGW, my internet gateway I will name it. Then after I will go to this internet gateway and I will, as it is showing state as detached, so I will attach it with VPC. And if I click here, so as long so far we were able to see two VPCs were coming in this drop down list, but right now only one. Why it is so? Because we cannot associate more than one internet gateway with one VPC. That is why it is showing only one. Okay, I have associated it. Now I will have to create one NAT gateway. After creating NAT gateway, and keep this thing in mind whenever you are going to create NAT gateway, so NAT gateway has to be created in public subnet. So the public subnet which is associated with that particular route table where you are going to attach internet gateway. Fine. So you will have to keep this thing in mind that your NAT gateway has to be created within public subnet. So I'll select public subnet. I do not have any elastic IP. I will associate that, and then after I will create NAT gateway. Fine. Okay, let's close it. So I will go here to my route tables, and now I will add routes to these. Okay, let me drag a little down. So this is my RT1. So where my subnet 1.0 is associated, you can check what subnet association here is. So 1.0 is here. I will do one thing only. I will add one route. What route I will add here? First of all, I will pick 0.0.0.0 because I need to reach out to internet and someone from internet. So this is going to be my destination. Then after, I will have to choose carefully that internet gateway should be associated here. So my IGW, that was the name which I associated, which I gave to this particular route table, this particular internet gateway. I saved it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I will select second one route table where two subnets are associated. And if I want to check what subnets are associated, 3.0 and 2.0. Fine. Okay. What I will do here is I will select I will just add one route here. And what route I'm going to add? So I will opt first of all 0.0.0 because I need to provide internet connectivity. I will choose carefully internet gateway here. Why it is so? Because I want these subnets to be private. See here. So 2.0 and 3.0 are associated with one route table, and that route table is associated with NAT gateway. Fine. Okay. Now what next thing I'm going to perform here is, now I will just, for example, now the things are done. We can easily identify. First of all, we will go to subnets. For example, if there is a subnet, you need to identify that whether that subnet is public or private. So you will select that subnet. For example, I do not know that 3.0 is public or private. So how will I do? I will go here. I will check route table. I will open this route table in new tab. I will go within the subsection of this particular route table, and the section is routes associated. That what is the route which is associated with it. So I will check that it is associated with one NAT gateway, and if it is NAT gateway, it means I can easily understand that this particular subnet is private subnet. Okay. Once again, let us go to another subnet. Let us select this one, subnet 1. So this is 1.0. Where I'll need to go? I'll need to go to route table. I will go here. I will check the routes once again, and after checking routes, I shall be able to figure out that what type of subnet it is. It is public or it is private. So I'll go to routes. I can check it is associated with IGW. It means internet gateway, which means this subnet is public. There can be one more question. Okay, create one more public subnet. So what will you do here is, you will go to subnet. You will name it as subnet 4. Subnet 4. You will select your VPC here. You will select your own VPC. You will select the availability zones preference. Select anyone, whatever you like. 10.0.4.0/24. You will create this subnet, and now this subnet is created. So until and unless I explicitly associate this subnet with any specific route table, till the time it is going to use main route table only. Fine. But if I see, okay, this is the main route table, but if I need to associate it explicitly, what I will do here is, I will go to route table, and after going to route table, I will have to see whether I want to attach it to public or private subnet. For example, if I associate it here with the RT2 where my NAT gateway is associated, so by default it will become a private subnet. And if I need to make it public, so I will go here, I will go to edit subnet association, and you will see here that 4.0 is using main route table. So what I will do here is, I will attach this one, which means currently there is only one. So if you need to keep both here, so what you will need to do here is, you will need to select both, and after that you will click on save. Keep this thing in mind. If you remove 1.0 from here, so by default only 4.0 will lie within this particular route table. Fine. So I clicked on saved, and that is it. So this is how we decide and we identify that what route table is associated with what subnet, and what subnet is private and what subnet is public. So mainly it is depending on the NAT gateway or internet gateway which are placed or which are associated with this route table, and how many subnets are associated with it. So this is the flow. You can check it. First of all, check the subnet, what route table it is associated with, and what gateway it is connected to. Fine. So this is how you can easily identify and you can fix the things. Fine. So this is it for this video, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a good time and happy learning. If you have any further questions, so please do let me know. Write in comment box. I shall be there to answer those questions. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And be home, be safe. Have a good time and happy learning from Server Gyan.